Traders, good morning. Guys, I would like to welcome you to this webinar. How are you guys doing today? Cherry, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Cherry. Mogiol, good morning, Theo, and all good morning to you, Mogiol. Kim Maka, hey, Theo, good morning. Hello, Kim. And welcome to our live webinars. Larry, good morning, Theo. Good morning, Larry. X-Man, good morning, all. Good morning, Mr. X-Man. Zarabayat, good morning, Theo from Cairo. Hello, guys. Hello, Zarabayat. Sorin, good morning, Sorin. So, let's start with our charts. Yes, someone says the risk warning first. Okay, guys, definitely risk warning is very important. So, what is our risk warning? This content is for general information only and is not intended to provide trading or investment advice or any kind of personal recommendations. And thank you for your understanding. Now, if you haven't downloaded yet your podcast for this week, please make sure you do that so, and also download the mobile application from the Google and the Apple Store. So let's find the screen we would like to share this time. And of course, in front of us is the MetaTrader platform. We will start with the MetaTrader and then we will go to the news. Let's start with the pound. Yesterday, I had a short sale here. I'm still in the trade market. Reject this area of support. Looks like it wants to push higher, but that's all right. So this is not valid anymore. A bit of mix here. For me, it's still a downtrend because I see lower highs and lower lows. I'm on 12-hour chart. So I have bearish bias for the pound. The euro against the US dollar. Again, on the longer time frame, the sellers, they took control in this market. This support here is not valid anymore. So our recent support becomes this point here. Australian dollar against the US dollar, it's the one that weakens the most, and the price is just moving lower and lower and lower. New Zealand also, interest rates in the New Zealand, we're going to have a look in a while. Just in the meantime, let me check something on our website. So from this point, we are looking for the market to retest this area of support down here. Even if you go to the daily chart, guys, you're going to see this move to the downside. That happened during the Tokyo session, of course. Check something here. All righty. So it's when we see the interest rates, again, it's a major news event, right? So interest rates, and if the interest rates of a country, they rise and the price doesn't follow through the rise, it means there is so much weaken in the currency. So the bias, and as I explained on the podcast, that if we're going to see a strong interest rate to 5.5 to 5.5%, but the market obviously didn't follow through this momentum, so we could take it as a signal of weakness, and most likely we would like to go short on this one. USD JPY, I don't see anything here. We are on higher highs and higher lows, therefore we can play some breakout scenario here if we would like. So USD Canadian dollar, still in this sideway. I'm not interested to do anything with that one. CHF and the pound, or if you prefer pound CHF, yesterday the market gapped and opened higher. open lower and push higher. The area I had to watch for some price action setup, it's this one here. Now, what I like in this setup is that the buyers, they took control and they rose the price up to this point. Now, if the sellers at 12 p.m. broker time or 10 a.m. GMT zone, they will open higher. I will place a pending order below this low point here. It's the same like the open of the candle, and I'll try to go short for a sell stop order. Euro JPY, very sideways here. Pound JPY, that's the ascending triangle. We said yesterday, it looks like after the market tapped into this area of resistance, it didn't sold off. So we're most likely going to have some bullish momentum. Let's check the weekly. Very strong resistance here. Market is trying to break to the upside, which is good for the pound because it's going to experience some more bullishness. Now, what I would like to say is that we identified so far, we checked the pound US dollar, the pound CHF, and the pound JPY, and we noticed that pound in all these pairs is just bullish. So looks like there is a strong tendency for the pound to get some strength. Morning, Andli, morning, Palmier. Good morning, Palmier. Nick 78. Hello, everybody. Hello, Nick. Andlier Sandley said, sir, can you withdraw profit on deposit bonus on your broker? Profit on deposit bonus on the broker? I have no idea. Sorry, I'm not in the customer support. No, I'm not familiar with that. So please kindly do a live chat with the customer support and they're going to help you. Shining Star, good morning, Theo. Let's do it today. We will do it, Shining Star. Don't worry. Roomman, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Roomman. Darshan, how you been doing, my friend? We had anticipated New Zealand moves based on their rate statement early today. Yes, we did. Ernest Starko, good morning. Good morning, Ernest. The Ruben said, good morning, Theo. You can just call me Ruben. Okay, Ruben. I will just call you Ruben. Kim, Theo, how to chat you privately? Use my email address, Kim. I will put you here. My email address is theodoros.theodorou@admiralmarkets.com. And for the Zoom participants, same. If you need to contact me privately, feel free to do that. So let's move on. Australian dollar and the Japanese yen. We are still during the candle of the Asian session, of the Tokyo session, of the Sydney session, Frankfurt, and all this stuff. We see how it's developed so far. Now, there is a bit of weakness on the Australian dollar, as we identified from the US dollar against the Australian dollar. So I wouldn't be very keen to buy it at any time. Now, Kiwi against the Japanese yen, very, very bearish in general, but I wouldn't attempt to buy the Kiwi with the Japanese yen, sorry, to sell the Kiwi on the Japanese yen, because also Japanese yen, it's weak. I would rather to go on the Kiwi pound, as we identified strength on the pound, and look there. When we go there, I haven't checked the chart yet, but I'm sure it's going to be extremely bullish. CHF JPY on the rise at this resistance here. CAD JPY struggle around this area. Euro Canadian dollar, nice bearish engulfing, didn't break below. Some consolidation here. Euro CHF at this support, trying to push higher. Euro New Zealand, nice bullish engulfing yesterday, and the market just exploded higher. Euro JPY, that was a nice breakout trade, in my opinion, because at this support, Let's start from here. Market is in a downtrend. And this pattern here pushed the price lower. Pound Australian dollar, bearish engulfing. That's the daily chart yesterday, and the market pushed higher on our 12-hour time frame. We see that early this morning, pound took advantage of the weakness of the dollar and the Australian and the Australian dollar and the Kiwi. My goodness. Yesterday I had a sell position at this breakout on the pound, but looks like pound is so strong. My stop loss is above here. Looks like I'm gonna get out of the trade soon because pound surprisingly came very strong this morning. Let's move on. USD CHF on this rally, higher highs and higher lows. For trend followers, this might be a good way to look at some trend strategies. See the pound Kiwi. Let's go on the weekly chart. We came from this resistance. The market found support at this point, and then it exploded higher. If we go on the daily, or if you prefer on the 12-hour time frame, we see some bullish divergences here, and the price just pushed higher. Now, this very impulse move due to the news events. Okay. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, that's a super nice breakout. We said that if we're going to break below this support, we most likely can see the market come and revisit this this area here, and that's 0.87. Okay, this is a downtrend. If you are trading intraday and you go to the lower time frames, you can take advantage of the weakness of the Australian dollar. Even the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar performs well, again, based on the news events. New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar, of course, it compresses to the downside. I don't know if that was a move someone could caught early this morning. It was very surprisingly the way it opened. Let's check the 5-minute chart to see a bit more detail. Yeah, so we had this almost 100 pips drop. Okay. Australian dollar CHF on the weekly chart, downtrend, the 12-hour chart, market it's sideways with a fresh low. New Zealand CHF, nothing my interest here. Canadian dollar CHF, nothing I can also see here. We're going to come back to gold and the DAX. Let's leave it for now. WTI on the weekly, nice accumulation here, as we can see, double bottom. When you asked me yesterday about double bottom and double top, if you see here, this bottom with this bottom, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. It's almost 2 months apart. A strong double bottom, it is developed between 1 and 3 months. Okay, that's the time duration for the development of a double bottom. So on the higher time frames, of course. On the weekly, we have this tendency for bullishness. If we go on the daily, we can see that it's trying to find a way to push higher. Silver looks like it follows the gold, so it's on the downside. Cuba, it made a lower low here. Let's check the weekly for any areas of support. The first available support is this one here. And the second available support, it's this one here, as I can see. Bitcoin is pushing lower. We see this pattern, guys. So it's trying to break below. For me, an area of support, it's going to be here around the 20,000 again. I don't see it anytime soon to break higher, to be honest. Dow Jones, very mixed here on the weekly. On the daily chart, if we break below this support, we can see the price come and retest these low points here. Nasdaq, very a strong sell off yesterday. You see during the Asian session and the Tokyo and the Frankfurt session, and towards the London, few hours after the London Open, we saw on the chart this, let's call it, it's not actually a shooting star because the body is so small. It's more like dragonfly dodging. And during the, if someone took a trade here, a 2-to-1 was an appropriate reward to risk by the time price visited this area. And the, excuse me, the S&P 500, on the weekly, we are at this resistance. On the 12-hour chart, again, we see some more detail with this shooting star candle. FTSE is nice for some shorts due to the fact we broke below this. It's not a trend line. Okay. We can structure the market. We cannot call this as a trend line. This one here is not a trend line because we have 1, 2, 3. We don't have 4. That's a no 4 because it didn't make a higher high. We can name the 4th point after the price makes a higher high. It didn't, therefore it is not a trend line. So, but saying that, arguably we can assume that the break of this support line can help the price to move lower. The next area of support, as I see it on the chart, on the FTSE, it's this one here. So plenty of room. Indices, they offer some good opportunities. I believe so. And Euro Australian dollar, weekly chart, it's in an uptrend as we can see higher highs and higher lows. Daily chart and 12-hour chart, in this accumulation, we broke above. Next area of resistance, it's up here. So we can take advantage of this move to the upside if we would like so. Just bear with me for a second. Let's check the news for a while, our calendar. So Wednesday, 24, let's just refresh. Previously, inflation rate 10% in the UK, forecast 8.2%, and it rose to 8.7% now. Once the market anticipate a move and the actual it deviate from the forecast, that's where we see the explosion in the price. All right. So arguably saying that the pound is gaining some strength due to the fact that the inflation rate, instead of 8.2%, it rose to 8.7%. And as I explained many times, that's bullish for the currency. Let's check some questions. Ernest Starko, market volatility is very high. Please, any reasons? There, yeah, Kiwi and the pound. We just explained about the pound. It looks like a gravestone doji. Yes, Ruben, exactly. It just right said, hi, Theo. How volatile you think to trade gold? I use 15-minute chart. What you recommend to learn technical analysis? I will come back to this. Kim, I post my email. You can find it on the chat. Please have a look at the chat and you're going to see it there. Hey, good morning, Cherry. Good morning. Okay, that's between you guys. So let's go to the MetaTrader platform again. We saw the news. And in regards to learning how to trade technical analysis, look, in this webinar, we do exclusively trade technical analysis, but again, we have lots of videos on our YouTube that you can go through. Now, to take it from the beginning to the end, I'm preparing courses now that we're gonna record them and upload them on our website. And of course, you can go from zero to the final in technical analysis from there. But for the meantime, it's wise if you stick with our webinars, and you can just send me an email on my email address here at admiralmarkets.com. And I'm more than happy to give you more specific directions based on where you are in your trading, because I don't want to start talking about this stuff during this live webinar due to time limitation. And I appreciate that you guys, many traders, you come from different trading experience, from 1 day to 1 month to 1 year to a couple of years. So even more, so I don't want to take time from your participation here. Let's go to the gold and let's have a look what's going on. Yesterday, a rejection came right at this point of support. Now we have a nice hammer reversal. For our chart, it looks like it wants to push lower. 12-hour. So let's check the 1 minute chart. Now, it's going to be an interesting breakout. We have this point here. We have that on the 24 pips. I will be keen to place a buy stop order above this point here, and a sell stop order below this area here. Okay. In regard to the DAX is selling off, although we are approaching this area of support. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. The DAX is nice. If we're going to break lower, I would like to go for from here. Let's see where is our support. If I enter short here, there are plenty of room. So I'm going to go sell stop on the DAX at this point here. Ideally, a buy stop, it will be this high, but the price already moves in that direction, so I don't like it. Maybe this one here. Okay, I will check in 3 minutes the DAX again, but for now, keep in mind that I will go with a sell stop below this low point. Let's go back to the gold. The reason I don't place the stops the stop orders now is purely because there are another 3 minutes left for the London Open, and I don't want to get into the trades before the London Open. Simply for this reason. Guys, in the meantime, if you really find valuable our webinar on YouTube, please give us some likes. I will really appreciate it. If you are new here, please subscribe on the channel. You can press the button you see on the screen with the A, and you can subscribe. But honestly, some likes on the video, that would be really appreciated. Again, if you find this content valuable, if you don't find this content valuable, you can just press the like button, it's fine. All righty, so another 2 minutes left for the London Open. Oh, a nice gap here on the DAX. Nice gap, very nice gap. That means if the price stays at this point, we can go with a buy stop here. Darshan asked, T, I assume for Theo, do you compile stats to know the percentage of false breaks on DAX Open so you know your likely profitability? I keep records only based on the at the end of the month, but so far, touch wood, it's on the profitability side, so I'm happy with that. But accurately, I don't know to give you a percentage, honestly. I never had a look at that. Mogiol, like video before you start each day. Thank you so much, Mogiol, that you like the video before I start each day. So when I see one like, which most of the times I see one like before I started, it's from Mogiol. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay, 1 minute left before the market open. I will go with a buy stop here, and I will go with my sell stop below here. One triggered, I cancel the other. Again, let's check this one. And on the gold, what is the gold doing? I will go with a sell stop here for a nice breakout. And as we have this, I'll go with a buy stop. No, that's not a valid one. This one here, it's a valid though. I will go with a buy stop here. So both trades have been placed for today. Let's see if we're going to get filled in anyone. Got filled on the DAX on the short side. Let's hope the market is going to give 10 points before we're going to hit our support. Let's check gold. Nothing yet. Guys, keep an eye on the DAX. Already gave the 10 points. I'll try to keep it for one more candle. Hopefully it's not going to be a false break. And okay, guys, I'm closing the DAX. It went on the 13 points on the DAX. I'm closing the DAX right now. We banked some good profits on the DAX with a good morning. So I'm out of the DAX trade. Mr. Carlos said already got 8 points. That's awesome. Let's check the gold. I got filled on the gold to the downside, so I canceled the buy stop order. Let's check if we're gonna get at least 5 pips on this breakout. And I'm really happy to close it. I'm not gonna be very aggressive with the gold, purely because we had a good trade on the DAX. Ruben, good on the DAX. Awesome. Let's see if we're going to have a false breakout on the gold. Guys, if you got a good trade on the DAX and you feel that you don't want to trade anymore, feel free to do accordingly with the trade on the gold. It doesn't mean because I open to trade, if that's not appropriate for your trading style and your risk appetite, you are taking the trades, okay, just to make it clear. All righty, so now we know what to do. If we are still, let's check the DAX. Oh, DAX touched the support. Guys, here it was the room of opportunity. We got almost 10 pips on the DAX. Now DAX, it's on the 15, 16 pips and moves lower. But we touch a daily support. We don't know if we're going to break below, but that's really a room of opportunity. On the gold, though, a close above this high here, it's gonna force me to close this position. And yep, pretty much that's it. So if this 1 minute candle is gonna close above this, I will just scratch the trade. That's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you find a lot of value like every day. In the meantime, I would like to wish you to have a lovely trading ahead. And I look forward to see you tomorrow at the same time. Remember, if this candle gonna close above, we close the trade. All right. Have a good day and afternoon to everyone. Bye, guys.